do it all. I'm gon' have us switching roles. We go on and on and on. We gon' mess around, switch positions. We go on and on and on. We're about to try something different. Airplanes, magazines, hold on to your diamond chains. All that talk about the ball and them thirsty bitches they calling. Y'all done said with your game, trapping ain't new things to me. Fuck y'all think y'all heard about me? What you know about me, about me?
This is Media Spotlight UK. I'm your host, Jay Billz. She may be Monique, but I'm certainly holding down the law right now. Introducing Monique Lawrence. How are you, darling?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be here. Like it's been like what 6 to 8 months in the making for this.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to get this set up for so long, speaking to your manager, like getting this all sorted out. I thought, you know what, let me just call you directly, see what the thing is happening, innit? So
yeah, now I've been busy, but no, everything is right time in it. So I'm glad that we got to do this today.
No, awesome.
Are you listening? Cause I'm about to take the level up. When I grab that stick, I'm shifting the temperature.
Now, I missed you at the Intent premiere.
Yeah, you did.
Now, I saw your snaps, and the only thing I could say was that I nearly dropped my phone. On countable occasions, seeing your snaps, I was seeing your dress, I thought, oh my God. Even sitting next to you now, you look gorgeous. I'll say that for the record.
Thank you so much.
So, with the Intent premiere, obviously you attended with Miss Banks, I did see that, and you actually have a track that's for the Intent as well. Tell us briefly about the track itself, and obviously you've done a music video for it as well.
Yeah, I shot the music video. Oh my God, my brain. I think it was last week. Shot it with Igniter, Eric Myers.
Yeah.
It's for the Intent. The song's called Live It Up, and it's featuring IO Beats.
Okay. How was it working at AO Beats? Because when I spoke to Casey Posey, he said that he's the man. Like,
yeah,
basically.
he is exactly that. He's incredible. Like as soon as we clicked, we actually met shooting the Come Up with Miss Banks. That was also for the Intent.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, I know your music," and I was like, "Yeah, I know yours. Let's get a session." Literally the week after we were in, and we made Live It Up. So
yeah,
it was just good vibes from the get-go. So it was really good.
Now, from what I've seen on the snaps, like you had bikes in there.
Yep.
You had like the camera going from the back of the car.
Yep.
You was in the back of the Mercedes. I'm thinking like that. I'd say I don't know what I was doing that day. I was thinking like, why did I miss that?
Why did you miss it? I gave enough notice to everyone. Like, how did you miss
I already
that?
saw it on Instagram, like only on the favor. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
I'm sorry.
It's
You
cool,
can kill
you're
me.
forgiven.
But from what I've seen, it looked fantastic. It looked like, you know, all white, everything going on and all the routines and stuff. So, but one thing I wanted to ask is, how do you feel so comfortable in front of camera that it's just like, it's almost nothing to you? Do you get into a zone when you do them videos?
Do you know what? Probably because I actually don't feel comfortable on camera.
Really?
Yeah, it's the opposite. So, yeah, no, for real. Like people, when I say it to people, they think, oh, honestly, I
would have thought you're chatting shit.
No, seriously. But when I'm working,
yeah,
I'm just a whole nother person. Like I don't really have time to think about anything else other than, okay, I'm performing now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. This is my work. This is my job.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So, but thank you. I'm glad you feel it comes across that I'm comfortable.
No, you're owning the fucking place. I'm telling you, it looks like it for sure. Every video you've done, you look like you've owned the shit.
Thank you.
Basically.
Take it out when you're alone. You'll never get better. You can keep on playing games, fooling with the same faces. That shit's sold. I'm telling you, boy, you had better.
Now, just to talk about briefly how we met. Like we met at Miss Banks's video shoot on Fleek. You did a cameo feature, and again, as I say, like Miss Banks introduced me to you. And when I saw you doing your hair, I was just thinking like, two things were running through my mind. I'm thinking, God damn, she's fine, sorting her hair. And secondly, I'm thinking, is she approachable? Now, when I came up to you and you were just like, you was all embracing the camera, and then you spoke to me, and I was thinking like, you have a look of a diva. Like you got it all going on right here. But how do you manage to remain so humble? Because not many artists that I know can have that perception of, I'm a celebrity, you can't really speak to me like that. How do you maintain your humbleness?
First of all, thank you. And I don't know, man, it's upbringing.
Yeah.
Like my mum, my grandma, like my brother, they all keep me grounded. Like you have to be, do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, we all breathe the same, we're the same people. Like, do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. Like there's no need to
be all like, oh yeah, like it's not. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just how I am.
It's all from the same old. You already know what I'm talking about. Never know when to say no. All up in the club looking hella festive. Fuck hoes don't come around here. Only riders be bad bitches round here.
So for those that don't know, tell us a brief overview of who Monique Lawrence is, because I know you from your videos that you've done, but to give our audience an idea, tell us who is Monique Lawrence.
I always get asked this question. I never know how to answer it. Like, is there a right way? I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter. I'm just outgoing. When you think of me, think colors, think noise, think fun. And that's me.
You definitely seem fun as well. You definitely see. Look, even your attire today, like you've got them bright colors going on, man.
See? That's me then.
So, in terms of your look, when I look at you, I imagine like the UK version of Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, like where they had bright, outrageous colors. They have that boss bitch attitude, but the difference is obviously what I see you is you're so humble. What inspired you to sport this look? Because you're wild in terms of like coming up with your clothes and your styles and all of that. So what inspired you to do all that?
I don't know. I just me. And I love to try different things. Like I've always tried crazy things with my hair from I was like young. I remember I got in trouble for actually having red hair in school.
I'll swear down.
Yeah, I went to an all-girls school and they were really strict. And I obviously because I was singing, I was like 13, and I went and put the Carly Baltimore red in my hair. My head mistress was not happy, but I mean it never stopped me. I love trying new things and. I just sometimes the hair can actually reflect my mood. So if I feel in a good mood and I want to throw a color in, I just do it. So in terms of style inspiration, I don't know, like it really does come from me. I do like to try different things, but thank you. Like I love Lil Kim, I love Nicki, the strong women that ain't afraid to do what they want to do. So maybe that's where I get it from as well a little bit.
Oh, awesome! Because I can see from your hair, like you got a bright color, so it sounds like you're in a good mood today.
I'm always in a good mood.
Because you said it reflects on your mood, innit?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see. So like bright, definitely good mood.
Blonde is me. Like
I've heard the term like blondes have more fun or something like that. Is that really true?
I don't know. I don't really think that has anything to do. I just, I've had this color for a while and I just like it and I stick with it.
Okay. Now, you said in the previous interview that when it comes to videos, you don't really like, as you were saying earlier, you don't really like to look at yourself in videos. Do you still remain the same now, or how do you? Exactly the same. Because I thought with a bit more confidence, you'd be like, oh shit, I look the shit right now. Like, trust.
No, it's still the same. We never really. I mean, Eric Myers will tell you, literally, we were just editing the video 2 days ago, and I'm like, just take as much of me out as possible.
Nah, that's not the. People got to see you though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they'll see me. Like the voice is there. That's the most important right now. Like especially with the song "Live It Up" that I just did. It's like the message is more important than having me trying to do diva antics or wherever it is. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really like seeing myself back. I've only just recently started to enjoy listening to my voice back, and that's maybe after like 3 years of consistent recording, because I had to. When you speak, your voice is different. So what someone else hears is not the same thing you hear. You hear your bass, your internal voice.
Yeah,
so
true.
when you hear it out on a mic, it's, oh, who's that person? And then you have to get used to it.
Do you know what's funny? It's like in school days, I felt exactly the same. If I had to record something in, I felt like, oh, my voice sounds disgusting. But crazy. You know what? But over time, it's kind of like I'm just more accepting my voice for what it is now. So is that how you feel the more the experience you're gaining from the music? Yeah, that's it.
The more the more I'm listening, the more I'm recording things, and I have to be critical of my work. So I have to get used to my voice and know like if I like how it sounds. So I had to basically. But no, it's something.
Well, look, I'm certainly enjoying your voice.
Thank you.
Listen, I've got to be honest here, right? Now, you might have heard this from me already that one of my favorite tunes from you is on.
Okay.
100%. And also Love Me Down.
If you love me down, I'ma be right there. If you love me down.
Oh, nice.
Those are my two absolute favorites. And the thing is, I'm going to say this bluntly on camera, is that I only listen to music that I really rate. I don't just go about like downloading for the sake of it. So for me to have heard your music and then for me to actually want to save it on my phone to blast out on a regular basis, I've got to rate you for that.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, like doing my research, when you first started out, you had a track called Casanova from back in the day.
I'm not sure who you are. I'm not sure if I still know myself.
Obviously, On we just mentioned, which has that more hard-hitting sort of basic trappy sort of. Love that, by the way. Love that sort of vibe. Love Me Down is another one. You've done recently Tory Lane's cover, LUV, Love LUV. So in particular, the All About She, which you collaborated with for Love Me Down. I mean, how did those collaborations come about? Like, how did it work for you that way?
Aeroplanes, first of all.
Oh yeah, also sorry, Aeroplanes that you did with Miss Banks and Shystie.
It's probably come to my head, like Aeroplanes. That collaboration happened in such a crazy way that it was almost like manifested. When I was making my EP On, I wanted to do a track that had like a whole bunch of females on it, because I'm not your average feminist, but I'm a feminist. And I love like womanhood, and I love female power and strength. And I thought, I've never seen a bunch of females come together in the UK, and it don't make sense to me because there's so many sick females, do you know what I mean? So at the time, I just dropped On, the video to On, and I was on Spiff TV.
Okay.
And I was looking for On, my video, and then I just saw like a little thumbnail. I saw this little female in a little red jacket. It said something Banks at the time. I was like, oh, what's that? So I clicked on it, and it was Miss Banks. It was the Get Back. So I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching her for a minute. I'm like, yo, this girl's cold.
Yeah, she's
like,
cold.
Literally. So I was working with a guy called Sample at the time. And I showed him, I was like, she's sick. He was like, oh my God, I know her manager. Like, he's my boy. I was like, no way. So he was like, yeah, come down, tell him to come down to the studio and we'll like work something out. Then I actually forgot what happened at the same time was I tweeted her video to her. I was like, this is dope. And then she tweeted me back. So when I clicked on her profile, I realized we were already following each other.
And I didn't
even know. Yeah, I didn't realize, right?
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's so weird. And then once we'd spoken, when she came to the studio, as soon as she came in, I was like, oh my God, I love you. Because her energy was just so sick. Like, I felt her straight
She
away.
has a vibe about her. I love it.
She has a wicked energy.
Of course.
And, she was just like, yeah, we're following each other because I tweeted you when you did the Krept and Conan cover.
That's right.
I did the Don't Waste My Time,
Don't Waste My Time
Conan.
remix, yeah.
So I was like, no way. So I've been following her. We've been following each other all this time and we didn't know. But yeah, that's how that happened. That was like definitely God's work.
And you look like, you literally just look like the best of friends. Like
we were, straight away.
Straight away,
like,
clicks, instant.
You. Yeah, she's like my sister. I love her.
Yeah.
And then Shystie, I've known Shystie's manager, Chris, for a very long time. Like, he's a family friend.
Christian Alves, don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Boop, boop. So I told him about the idea and I said I'd love to have Shystie on it because Banks was on it. And he sent it to her. She had a listen and she said, yeah, she's down. She came and she just killed it. And that's how Airplanes happened.
Wow.
It was good.
And and the Love Me Down, how did you work with All About She?
Oh my God, you know what? I cannot even remember. I just think that it's just something that happened organically. Like, I've been knowing the boys for a minute now. So it was more of like a music thing, and then we've been seeing each other out, and it was like, oh, why don't you come to the studio? Let's get a session in. Oh, so there's a funny story to this. So basically, Love Me Down, we did last year. It would have been over a year now, before Adele's Hello. Just saying, because you know the first line of the song is hello. Can we sit down and talk for a minute, right? So,
do you think about,
yeah, exactly. So literally, it was just, we went in, we had a vibe, and we started on an R&B beat. So it reminded me of like an old school R&B song, you know, all that kind of, you know, can we talk kind of business. So that's where that came on. And then I was away working, they was away working, probably didn't speak to each other for so long. Yeah. And then after we met up again at Tiny's Junk Food.
Mixtape launch party.
And then the guys were just like, oh yeah, so we've done that song, we've like amped it up, it's sick. I was like, oh, let me hear it. It was dope. And yeah,
love it. I love it because it literally puts me in a nostalgic feeling, especially because I grew up with like garage music and house music, and then I later on came into R&B and hip hop and bashment. But like hearing that, I just thought, the first thing I have to do when I heard it, and you must have saw my Insta post about it, I was literally dancing in my room, getting gassed over this tune, fam.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you know what I mean? So like literally the whole vibe was, I didn't know what to say. And that's another tune that's in my phone right now. I'll even show you it, like to say I'm not chatting shit.
I believe you.
Thank
you, man. That means a lot. Because like, obviously, like, it's an art, innit? And
of course.
Something I'm doing. So when someone like you is telling me how you love it, and you know,
absolutely,
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We gon' mess around, switch positions. It goes on and on and on. We're about to try something different. I'm gonna push it to the limit, my love. We're gonna push it to the limit. You know I got what you want.